And what I would like to talk to you about today is how to overcome all obstacles by having a pivot mindset. First, adopting a growth mindset. Believe that you can learn and improve even in challenging situations. One thing that I've heard over and over again when I was transitioning from an 18-year-long career to starting my own business was that I kept hearing the phrase, get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone over and over and over again. And I just felt triggered by that statement. Linda Sunshine West rephrased that for me. Instead of saying, get out of your comfort zone, she said, expand your comfort zone. And that little shift made such a huge impact for me because when I hear get out of your comfort zone, it feels like walking out the front door when there is a bear in your front yard. Whereas when I hear the word expand your comfort zone, it feels more like I'm adding a room onto my house. So instead of fearing something out there, all of a sudden I'm getting a bigger house. I'm expanding myself. I'm growing myself. So why wouldn't I want to do that? All of a sudden it went from something that it was cringeworthy for me to something that I embraced because it felt so good to expand outward. So I hope that that little shift makes a difference for you. Next, I wanted to talk about embracing failure. Learn from your mistakes rather than fearing them. And one thing that we're taught in school is to not get an F or maybe not even a D and always get the good grades, right? But unless you're a genius or you're extremely lucky, you're not going to get something right the first time. Just throw that out the door. If you're doing something for the first time, give yourself grace. Allow yourself to fumble through something before you get it right. Failure is a part of growth and a part of learning and a part of success. So I used to think that failure and success were on opposite ends of the spectrum. But now I've learned that you go through, so here's you and here's success, and you have to walk through these failures to get to that success. So if you fear failure and you never try, you're not going to break through those steps to get to where you want to go. So allow failure in your life. It's just like riding a bicycle. Once you learn, you don't forget, but before you learned, you probably fell over a couple of times. You probably skinned your knees a couple of times. You probably got hurt and cried and gave up a couple of times and then came back to it and tried again. So allow failure into your life because it's one of the ways that you expand and grow. Next is practicing gratitude. Recognize and appreciate the good things in your life, big and small. One thing that I've noticed with a lot of people that I talk to is that they never acknowledge their own accomplishments. Just celebrate yourself. Because what you're doing when you're deflecting praise and you're not accepting and celebrating your wins is you're telling your subconscious that that's not important. But if you have a small victory, even if it's just one thing, even if it's, I made a phone call today. I reached out to somebody and communicated with them today. Celebrate that. Let it in. Let yourself feel good about it. I feel like there's a lot of pressure to keep getting things done, no matter how much you accomplish. And so you have people accomplishing these great things and making a huge impact in the world and becoming their best selves, and they're not recognizing it. So celebrate yourself, because when you do that, all of a sudden your subconscious goes, yes, that is important. We're going to make that a priority and we're going to do that again. So you're priming yourself for success so that your conscious mind and your subconscious mind are in alignment. Because if you keep telling your subconscious, hey, that's not important, and then you're trying to go and do all these things, then they're at war with each other. So that's why you want to acknowledge and embrace all of the wonderful things that you've done, everything that you've accomplished, all the experiences that you've had, what you've had to overcome to where you are today. Just let that sink in. Just feel gratitude for that. Feel gratitude for who you are. And also just be appreciative of everything around you. Just practice gratitude because you're going to feel happier, you're going to feel more fulfilled, you're going to feel like you're already a success. And once you feel that, that's where we're all trying to get. Instead of having success be this ever elusive bubble out on the horizon, let that wash over you and let yourself feel that success now. So, one thing that I've done for everybody here is I am gifting you with a cheat sheet, an ebook, and a masterclass on how to create a strong online presence to attract your ideal clients. Because one of the things that I've noticed is that people are resistant to change. And in order to pivot to having an online business model, these are things that you need to do in order to expand into the digital world. So I hope that this helps, and thank you so much.